It certainly wasn't Good Friday at Emagumeni today as Highlanders Football Club took on the Sugar Boys Triangle Football Club. The game ended 0-0 right here in the City of Kings, and now the boys are prepping for the Battle of Zimbabwe in the capital city in Harare. We had the chance to catch up with Highlanders Football Club technical manager Madinda Ndlovu, and this is what he had to say. I'm here with the technical manager of Highlanders Football Club on BOSSO TV. Easter Friday, coach. We expected 3 points, but it didn't happen today. What did you think was the issue?
I expected three results.
You expected three results?
I don't know how you expected it, because the 3 is a win only, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I expected 3 results and I got 1 of the 3. So,
which was a draw?
Yeah. It's a draw.
I mean, the boys had built up a reputation winning the first and the second game, and coming into the third game, I mean, like, everybody had their expectations high, but it didn't happen. Do you think the boys didn't implement the strategies you had told them about?
Football is not about expectations. You know, football is about reality. All right? Mm-hmm. Teams plan. If it was about expectations, every team would be winning, because you plan to win, you train to win a game. And when you're meeting an opponent, and that's where you actually, it's called a competition, right?
Yes.
And those 3 results come. And what we look at is the core business, the core objective of the project, not because you are expecting or someone is expecting results. Why do you ignore a draw? Why do you ignore a loss? It's also a result of a game, isn't it?
Yes.
So we accept this, and we take the positives from this game, and we also look at the negatives and work on them. That is why we train all the time. So yeah, I think if you asked me to narrate or try and analyze the game, I would give you a better answer to what transpired today, as opposed to why didn't we give expected results. Which expected results are those now?
Well, now we know.
I'm not a coach for win only. I'm a coach for all results of a game, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah,
now you mentioned that you take the positives and the negatives from this game. Can you give us 1 or 2 positives that you got from this game?
Oh, you see, football is a build-up. We're playing games week in, week out. So if you go back to the game we played against Rentals in Harare, we didn't perform well. The players didn't perform very well the first half. Yes, we managed to get a result, but we didn't perform very well. But when you look at today's game, you admit that something good was done, or some corrections were made from the previous game. Because the performance today was up to the scratch. The boys performed very well. We're unfortunate. It's not your day, it's not a day. We could have got a couple of goals in there, but we didn't. We knew that we were playing with a very experienced team, with so many experienced players, and I think the boys held their own, to come up with this result. But the really big positive is that as a build-up to the big game in the country next week on Monday, the boys go with the morale high, because there are a lot of positives, there are a lot of acceptance from the supporters outside, from the technical team, from everybody around them. There are a lot of praises to say they played very well, which is a plus for us going to play Dynamos on Monday.
Thank you, coach. Now, the last game you were on the road to Harare against the Rentals. You came back to the City of Kings and you played today a midweek game. 2 days from now is the Battle of Zimbabwe. Do you think fatigue will take a play on the game against Dynamos Football Club?
You can't really excuse, or you can't really ignore fatigue in terms of playing games it's as many games in a short period of time. The players are human beings. There's some veins running in there. There are people who should understand that, but as also coaches and also football organizations, we have mechanisms to make sure that these players should recover within the time when we're going to play the next game. Yeah, of course, a couple of players will have fatigue and other stuff, but we've got enough depth We've got enough players. We rested some of the players today. They played just a few minutes into this game, and I think we'll be fine on Monday. We'll be fine. It's nothing to cry about, really.
Well, thank you, Coach. Now, Dynamos hasn't won a game this season, and they face their bitter rivals, Highlanders Football Club. Do you think that will have an age motivate the boys to take over Dynamos Football Club and get 3 points?
I have to put one thing straight. I'm not competing with Dynamos only.
It is tamed the battle of Zimbabwe.
I have 17 other teams that I play against because I'm the 18th team in the league. I've got 17 other teams that to play against. All right? Let me give you a simple scenario.
Yes.
All right? Okay? If I give 2 games to Dynamos throughout the season and win the rest, won't I win the league?
Most likely.
So why should I waste my time worrying about Dynamos only? I would rather give Dynamos the points and let the other people not put me pressure. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't really think it's necessary for us to say to say when we meet Dynamos it's an exclusive game. No, there's nothing new about it. It's a game like we played today. We are playing opponents who are in the Premier League like us and are competing like us. Furthermore, Dynamos have also come out clear and said they are using youngsters. So what is the difference?
It's ECD versus
youngsters
ECD.
and youngsters going to play. That's it. So I think the fact that Dynamos is from Harare, Highlanders are from this side, I don't want to get into that. We are all Zimbabweans. We all have our teams. We are Highlanders, they are Dynamos. There are so many Ndebele-speaking players in Dynamos. There are so many Shona-speaking players in Highlanders. So let's get that away from us and go and compete as teams. Highlanders is competing against Dynamos. May the best team of the day win the game.
Wow, what a great message for this Easter weekend from our technical manager of Highlanders Football Club. It's definitely not a battle of Zimbabwe, according to Matinda Ndlovu. Now, while I still have you here, I'm sure you've played against Dynamos Football Club as a player. What is your greatest memory of that game?
I was given a red card for doing nothing. Yeah, I was red carded for doing nothing. For being havoc anyway, for being a nuisance. All right, okay, fine. I was red carded because, I'd scored a goal and the goalkeeper was a former Highlanders junior, the late Lucky Dube. May his soul rest in peace. We had beaten them here, and we were going to play the return in Harare. So I quickly got one goal in there.
Yes.
And the next one, when the ball came across, I was jumping with him there. He went down and cried as if I'd broken all his ribs. And I was red carded. So I'll never forget that.
Well, we're going to appeal that red card eventually. But thank you again, Coach. It was a pleasure to talk to you. All the best on Monday.
All right.
Safe travels to Harare.
All right.
This is BOSSO TV. See you next time. That was the message from the coach. He expected 3 results from the game: a win, a draw, or a lose. But today, our ECD boys, Tshilamoya BOSSO, managed to get 1 point from the game against Triangle Football Club. Now, all eyes on the battle of Zimbabwe on Monday, which closes our Easter holiday in the capital city. I hope our fans will join us as we face the Harare Giants. This is Tshilamoya BOSSO News from MATCHDAY3.